everybody. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Cupid, and we're about to get into another reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Mercury retrograde. I can already tell this is a big one, right? This is an important one. I myself have gone through some significant changes so far. Like, as of right now, my life is 100% different than it was a year ago. And, like, the final nails in the coffin happened. And it's like I saw, like, wow, it's Mercury retrograde. And this is a big one. Yeah, anyway. I'm just talking in circles. But, anyway, I thought, why not do some Mercury retrograde messages? I've never done this before, but I figured why not, because I don't know, this one really kind of kicked my ass. So I think this would be a good little way to get back in it. I know I've taken a break, just been dealing with life changes, you know, and sometimes you just need to pause so that you can focus on other stuff. And so that's what I did. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Oh, I did want to say, if you are waiting on a reading, you will be getting your reading either today or tomorrow, okay? So yeah. Anyway, let's get into your groups for Mercury retrograde messages. Group 1 is going to be this blue pebble. Group 2 is going to be the green flower. I don't know if you can see it that well, but group 2 will be the green flower. And then group 3 will be this light blue stone. This blue stone. I actually don't know what type of stone this is. I got this like a long time ago. And I just don't know what it is. But if you know what this is, let me know in the comment section. That would be really helpful. But yeah, group 1, group 2, group 3. As always, I will have a picture inserted here so that you can pause the video and meditate on which group belongs to you. See you at your reading. All right. Group 1, welcome to your reading. You have chosen this blue stone, okay? We're gonna go ahead and shuffle all the cards out and then get into your reading. So right, group 1, okay. So the first thing I got when I pulled the Empress and the 6 of Pentacles here, I heard getting what you asked for, right? Getting what you asked for, getting back what you gave, right? So I feel like this Mercury retrograde for you is about karma, right? Reaping what has been sown. And I feel like for you, I'm seeing for you that you've worked really hard on something, right? Because we have the 8 of Pentacles over here. So I feel like you have worked hard for something, and I'm hearing you earned it, right? Your wish is being granted here with the World card, right? Whatever it was that you put out that you wanted to attract with the Empress here, it's coming to you. And you see how this Empress, you see this target, it's like a target around her, right? So you're getting what you've asked for, right? And I feel like for some of you, because relationships are coming through as well, there's someone coming to you. And I don't think I've ever in a reading really outright was like somebody's coming to you, but I feel like there is somebody coming to you. You see this alligator right here rising above. Somebody's rising above fear here, group 1. somebody's going to rise above their fear, right? So I'm getting also somebody coming back from the dead with the Six of Swords. Because you see all these teeth are like downward. It makes me think of like a grave or something. A grave. And this alligator is like just shooting out of it. I don't know. It's like they've had some revelation. They've been awakened. Somebody's been awakened, or something has been awakened or reawakened, because this could be about a past thing maybe. I'm not really seeing any. Actually, I feel like, because I'm getting confessions as well with this Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling, but I feel like this is how I want to do the reading today. So just go with the flow of my words, okay? But yeah, with the World here, and you see she has a circle around her too, right? There's a target on you, right? But it's also like a force field. It's like you're attracting. It's not even just that there's not necessarily just a target on you. It's that you have this aura, or you have a thing about you that is attracting what it is that what it is that you want. And it could, that aura or that thing that's attracting what you want may just be the fact that you worked hard, right? Whatever you worked on, right? It's the fruits of your labor. This was meant to happen, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, it's just you just randomly getting what you thought about. You know, with this Eight of Coins here, this is something you've been preparing for something, right? You've been preparing maybe for this communication, or maybe just this level up. This could be, anything coming through. But I do feel like it's some type of communication coming through with this Ace of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Cups over here at the bottom of this deck. And so I feel like whatever is coming through whatever this communication is, it's going to restore some type of hope, right? Or it's going to, because with this Ace of Cups, there's like this sense of fulfillment, right? It's gonna show you that whatever it is, it's gonna really prove to you that everything you've been doing was not for nothing, right? Everything you've gone through was not for nothing. You've been preparing for this. When this comes in, you'll be seeing like, wow, I'm ready for this, right? Because we have fear, and then we have safe travels right underneath the Lovers underneath the Six of Pentacles, right? So for a lot of you, this is somebody coming through. This is so weird. I've never gotten this type of, I don't know, but I guess it's because I am doing a Mercury retrograde reading. It's going to be a bit more like big picture, you know what I'm saying? But it's like with the Lovers here, you're attracting like a person. You're attracting an equal with the Six of Pentacles, right? Somebody's going to come in. And I feel like with the Six of Pentacles as well, I'm getting like in the Eight of Pentacles, this is effort, right? This is effort. Somebody is coming in who wants to put in the effort, right? You're getting what you give back. Somebody who's going to match your energy is what I'm getting with the safe travels. To me, this is saying it's safe to explore this opportunity, okay? It's safe to give this person a chance, or at least hear them out, because we all have free will, and all of our stories are different. It may be in your best interest, depending on what your situation is, it might be in your best interest to turn away from this person. But either way, this is like a great shift in whatever connection this is, right? Both of you are basically going to elevate from this, right? But this is about effort. Somebody putting in the effort and somebody matching energy, right? Like I said, with the Ace of Swords, I'm getting a confession. I'm getting that somebody has a lot to say, because with the Six of Swords, this Six of Swords feels kind of fast. It feels like a fleeing, like somebody's fleeing a scene, right? Fear. Somebody could be afraid of losing you, or afraid of missing an opportunity of some sort, right? I just heard missing you, so somebody could be afraid of missing you. or they're missing you and they're like afraid of losing you. But it's like somebody is like quickly, it's like they made up their mind with this skeleton here, this skull. They made up their mind and they have something to tell you. They need to tell you, because over here at the bottom of this deck, it says truth, just like pain, demands to be heard. Okay? Truth, just like pain, demands to be heard. So this person, I feel like this person may have caused you some pain, or they hurt you in some way. And it was something that they just couldn't ignore, right? Because that pain was so loud, or they felt so guilty, or whatever it wasn't something that they could just brush to the side or ignore. You know, whatever they did, however they acted, because I do feel like there is a past situation coming through with the Six of Swords. Somebody that you left in the past, because this person's trying to catch up to you, is what I'm seeing. Right? But it's like they couldn't ignore what it was that happened. And they have to tell you the truth. Acting is not pretending. This is about actions, right? Putting effort into something, right? Acting is not pretending. Acting is intention. When you do something, it becomes true. This person may have kind of like minimized the importance of like the little things, you know, at some point. And this may mean different things for all of you, but like maybe they weren't as romantic, or maybe they didn't see the value in, you know, certain gestures, or it's gonna be different, but it's like in some way they minimized the importance of the little things, right? Maybe just communicating how they feel. They didn't really put effort into doing that. Like to them, they refuse to see that as important, or maybe just, you know, being on time. It could be really anything for everybody. But it's like with the Eight of Coins, it's like they're seeing that you get what you have these opportunities, and it's like they see you elevating, and they're seeing that it's because you put in the effort. It's the effort that makes you attractive, right? It's the effort that gets you the opportunities that you have. It's the effort that creates abundance. And that effort doesn't always have to be forceful, right? It can be gentle too, but it's because you're working on it. You put energy towards it, right? What you put out with the Six of Pentacles is what you get back. And this person is realizing, I have to give the little things. I have to put in the effort. I can't just be fearful. I can't just wait for something to happen. I can't just wait for a sign. I have to be the sign. I have to decide what the outcome will be. You have to, and that's a message for everybody. You have to decide what the outcome will be. Set your intention, and the universe will pave the way. As long as you know where you're trying to go, you can find a way there. All right, so let's get one card of advice in regards to this Mercury retrograde message. What is my group one's advice in terms of this Mercury retrograde message? I do feel like it is safe. I feel like the safe travels card is telling me that, one, if you choose to explore with this person, for some of you, it will be safe to do that. For others of you, this is saying it's safe to travel alone, or it's safe to leave this situation behind. Either way, right, for all of you, this is about fear, right? Fear of outcomes, right? You and whoever this person is are learning big lessons about that. When you fear the outcome, you give up your control. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know, not everything's about control, but it's like reverse psychology. You think fear will save you, but fear holds you back. Fear keeps you from seeing things clearly. Fear distorts, you know? And so both of you are learning to understand that the future is determined by your actions, not your fears, right? If you choose to not put in effort into a situation, then how can you expect it to flourish? If you choose to run from situations, how do you expect them to flourish? If you choose to hide, how do you expect them to flourish? If you're always holding back and being selfish, how do you expect things to grow? You know? But let's get your advice. One card of advice for group 1. Just one card, please. One card of advice for group 1. All right, we got 2 cards, so I guess we just have to take it. And right on time. Okay, so we have time. Wow, we have time. And then we also have abandon. But this one was kind of like upside down. Complication at the bottom of this deck. So I feel like your advice, I feel like this is about reflecting, right? This is about reflecting. This is telling me, because this abandon is upside down, your advice is to reflect on why you run from the things that you do, right? If this is you. I feel like this, if this is you or if this is this other person, with the time here, this card to me, I'm thinking about how things have changed over time, you know? And, you know, look back at the patterns. I'm feeling like, look back at the patterns, you know what I'm saying? I feel like don't necessarily, whatever happens, I feel like don't necessarily like completely abandon it. For some of you, don't completely abandon it. Even if you and this person decide to walk away from each other, I feel like there's a need to not hold any grudges and to just acknowledge how things have evolved and how you have evolved, right? This is more about your growth than it is about necessarily the details of the connection, you know? And so just see it for what it is, this thing that started as one thing and it became another thing. And, you know, with this abandon upside down, it's still a part of you, you know? This is going to always be a part of you, but look at it for what it is, you know? It was a learning moment. We have complication here at the bottom of the deck, and then facing fears was beneath it. So it's kind of like, I feel like this might be a conversation that's very heavy or long, or there's a lot of layers, or whatever the situation is has a lot of layers. It might be complicated. But this card is also about like community and allowing people to help you, right? And so I feel like there is a message here of like giving space to healing, right? And understanding. So this conversation that comes through, like approach it from a place of finding a common ground and just understanding the human journey, as opposed to I have to get back with this person or I have to leave this person, right? And if you do decide to end the connection, just end it based on like practicality. You know if it can work or not. And I think that's another one of like my big lessons this year too, was you know when something works and when it doesn't. You know it intuitively, and when you try and force it, you make it harder to see the wealth around you, right? You make it harder to see how there's so much more to this than just being stuck on this thing that you know isn't working, right? Sometimes it's best to move on. It's not necessarily giving up. It's, you know, you're re-strategizing, because at the end of the day, you're getting a person, right, romantically. And for some of you, this might be a friend, but I feel like with the lovers, this is romance. Finding a partner is not our, or it probably isn't for most people, the main thing in your life you need to worry about. Or like, it's not your sole purpose. Like, we meet people along the way to help us grow, to help us see ourselves, right? The journey is not to another person. The journey you're on is to yourself. And so if you find that it's time to leave something behind, then that's okay. You know what I mean? And we can still love each other and walk away from each other with this complication card. We can still hold space and care, you know, and have a soft spot for somebody or something, and still say, okay, this is just not working. And we just need to, you know, and I feel like that's for somebody, because I feel like somebody's not going to want to reconcile with their person. But yeah, that's what this is about. This is really about fear and learning. I don't know. It's about fear and actions. Safe travels and acting is not pretending. I'm getting the same vibe. This is about actions, right? How fear dictates our actions, okay? So anyway, that's all I have for you today, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you would like to be notified whenever I post a new video, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, Group 1. Hi, Group 2. You have chosen this green flower. It's like a brooch. I don't really wear it anymore, but yeah, so I just added it with my stuff. But you have a green flower. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and get right into your reading. Right, Group 2. So this is how I feel about your reading. And I forgot to start my timer. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first thing I heard when I was shuffling out this first row was see the good in something. So there's something here, this Mercury retrograde, you're going to see the good, and you're going to see the good in it. Whatever, I think it's something that's happened in a situation or multiple situations. You're gonna have like a mind flip about it. Like, you're gonna suddenly be like, oh, this is actually a good thing, okay? So the first card here we have is the Four of Cups. And so to me, I'm getting a lot of disappointment here. I feel like I'm also getting a lot of stagnancy here. Kind of just like not being impressed with your options, like a lot of disappointment, right, in regards to the options around you. Now these options, this could have to do with just your overall life, because there is pretty much every element here except swords, right? So we have cups, we have coins, we have wands. So to me, this is more so just about you finding yourself, right? So this could have to do with the types of jobs that you pick or the types of people that you hang around. I'm seeing with the Four of Cups, you're kind of looking around you at the types of things you associate yourself with, or the types of things that you used to do to feel good or make yourself feel happy or accepted, right? It's like with the Four of Cups, you're looking at it like, wow, I used to be really into all this stuff. I used to be okay with these people. I used to be all right with the way my life was. And right now you're kind of going through a period of no longer feeling good about where you are, right? No longer feeling fulfilled, no longer feeling content or happy. If anything, with the Four of Cups, I feel a restlessness, but feeling like there's not really anywhere to go because nothing really looks that good. You know what I mean? With the Knight of Coins underneath, I feel like for a lot of you, it has to do with your overall stability, right? You could be definitely a young adult. You know what I mean? Maybe you're in college, or maybe you're out of college, but you're just you're a young adult in the world. And I feel like this is about you with this Knight of Coins trying to figure out how to gain stability. But this is also a night, so there's a lot of movement around you, and maybe you feel like maybe it's hard for you to keep up with it because the Knight of Coins is a slower night. And so it's like things are moving fast, but with the Four of Cups, I feel like you're somebody who really does take their time to think things through. You know, you might be an overthinker, an overplanner, definitely in your head energy. And so maybe you just feel like you can't keep up with the changes. But with this hurt underneath here, I feel like for some of you, some of these options or some of the things you did in the past put you in a compromising position, right? Like I said before, I felt a lot of disappointment, right? Like being let down. And so maybe these were relationships you've had in the past that you thought were going to lead in a more serious direction, but then they always kind of slip through your fingers or turn out to not be worth investing in. But either way, whatever it is, it could be jobs that you thought you were going to really like, but then you get there and you hate it, or they fire you, or you don't get the job, or you've been, looking for, either way, it's like being let down. There's this feeling of being let down and discouraged and disappointed. But I feel like with this second column here, with the Five of Cups here at the top, you're going to see the silver lining, right? This Mercury retrograde is about you seeing the silver lining of the situation, or seeing the silver lining of what you've gone through, and seeing how, one, with the Knight of Wands, it's built you up. I feel like there's something around you. There's something you haven't noticed also, but it's in due time. Something's gonna make itself visible to you, right? It could either be a tool that you've had the whole time. It could be something around you that you haven't noticed before. It could be a new opportunity presenting itself through the disappointments, right? There's something coming through with the Five of Cups it's gonna be like an epiphany, like, wow, this whole time I was standing on top of the buried treasure, right? The whole time, right? The Knight of Wands, to me, you're about to pick up speed. You're about to pick up that motivation, right? Because you see, I'm seeing somebody who's like, you're going to stand with the horse. You're going to be the horse, right? And I feel like something's going to reignite, right? Something's going to reignite. And I don't really know what that means. Like, this could be, maybe just there's this motivation. Maybe you used to have a lot of motivation. Maybe at some point you went through burnout, or maybe, like I said, you just got really disappointed and discouraged. You're about to have some more, something's about to inspire you, right? The Five of Cups here, to me, always feels like a light bulb going off. So you're about to be inspired by something, and it's gonna feel like about time, because then we have down here, on this card down here, it says a clock is a tower. And so it's like, once it's gonna feel like the timer went off when it was supposed to. You're gonna look at, the past or the damage around you or the things that disappointed you, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna all like align and make sense and be like, I see. It was time for all that to go. You're going to be excited. For the new beginning, right? You're going to be excited for this new beginning, and you're going to see that whatever was going on in the past had to be torn down so that you can reignite that passion inside you, right? because whatever was going on in the past, whatever you were focused on with the Knight of Pentacles, right? Whatever you were prioritizing, it was slowing you down, and it was keeping you stuck and disappointed, right? The way you were approaching it, right? I think this is more about a mindset change more than anything. The way you approach your goals, the type of goals you set, it's like you're getting clarity on what you need to be prioritizing, right? That old structure had to go because it was built on a foundation that didn't serve you, or that doesn't benefit you. It doesn't elevate you. Whatever foundation that was, it was not going to give you the security you needed, and so it had to go. Because then over here we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and then anticipate the impact of your actions, right? The Six of Cups, I'm instantly getting like, I'm getting like a nostalgic vibe, right? It's like maybe there's something in your past that's going to reignite this passion with the Six of Cups, right? See, because with the Ten of Pentacles, like I said, you're going to see that you were standing on top of the buried treasure. So you see this person's foot on the ground. You are going to see the good in something. You're going to see that you had the buried treasure all along. It's going to be somewhere buried in your memories or in the past. There's something you're going to realize about your past. So I feel like this is going to be a very introspective Mercury retrograde for you, because we also have this Eight of Cups over here, which is about reevaluating. So perhaps while you're evaluating and going over and reflecting on the things that you've gone through or whatever, maybe it could be you unpacking. I know sometimes when I start packing stuff or unpacking stuff, I'll start, looking at my old journals and, old things I kept and just reminiscing, and it will evoke new ideas, new inspiration. And so I feel like you're going to kind of see something that you feel has a lot of potential to grow, or you feel it's already this great thing and you didn't see it all along. We have anticipate the impact of your actions. Anticipate the impact of your actions. There's something here about your decision making, right? Yes, your priorities. It's like you're seeing now that what your priorities need to be. And it's like you're going to be looking back in your past and you're going to kind of see where you got deterred. I hope that's like the right word. But like you're going to see how you got, distracted, and it's going to wake you up in a sense. Or there's something like that for somebody. I don't know, maybe that's specific for somebody. But either way, there's like this introspective period where you see that you have control, and that you're going to see what it is that you need to be prioritizing and what needs to be left behind. Because before you were unhappy, you were hurt, you were disappointed, you were stagnant, right? The smoke and mirrors, disappeared, and you saw this was nothing. It wasn't going to grow. It wasn't going to become anything. You don't know how to get out of it. But then now you're going to find that you have the key. You have the key all along. And I feel like for some of you, it's going to be in a place you forgot, or a place you don't go very much. Some of you, it is in your memories. There's something here in your memories you're going to be reflecting. And then at the bottom of that, we have goodbye, and then someone else. So at the bottom of that, or underneath that. So for some of you, you might find that whatever you're walking away from, for some of you it's very specific. Somebody probably, you're going to see that they said goodbye to you because they were with somebody else. Or it could be that somebody that you are no longer in contact with is seeing somebody else. For others of you, you're going to... For some others of you, you're kind of... I don't want to say you're going to become somebody else, but it's like you're going to have a whole new perspective, a whole new vision, this is like saying goodbye to the old you or the old way of doing things, right? Either way, because, you know, this says a clock is a tower, and we have an ace here. In group 1, there were 2 aces. I feel like this Mercury retrograde is really resetting a lot of things. I feel like this Mercury retrograde is purging a lot of stuff, right? A lot of relationships, and especially with Libra, right? Libra is about balance. Libra is about, justice, fairness, karma, right? Things are going to be cleared up. And I feel like a lot of new starts are going to happen this retrograde. They're gonna, and guess what? Every new start has to have an ending. There has to be some ending that occurs so that something new can come in. So expect to walk away from stuff and then end up walking right into something else even better, right? Someone else, right? Some of y'all are going to maybe walk into a new connection that was better than whatever you were in the past, but it's like because you finally let that go, or because that cycle is finally ended, right? Others of you, you'll finally be able to become someone else, or someone you were meant to be. Whatever you were in, it seems like you may have been like a creative block, right? There's like this creative block. So you were prioritizing things outside of yourself, right? You were trying to find this cup in other situations, other people, other jobs, or whatever. And you're going to see that your foundation was all wrong, right? Maybe this is about confidence with the Ace of Wands. Yeah. I'm getting with the Ten of Pentacles, it's like an abundance of the mind, an abundance of how you create your stability, right? Seeing that you have everything at your disposal. You can make anything happen. Anyway, let's get one card of advice. Let me check the time, because... All right, one card of advice for group 2. One card of advice for group 2 for Mercury retrograde. Oh, we got 2 cards for this group again. Yeah, okay. So we have choice, and we have growth. And growth is in the reverse. And underneath we have nightmares, right? And so I feel like a lot of you are going to be, for some of you, the things you reflect on in the past, you're going to really see how you made certain decisions out of pain or out of fear or out of, obligation, right? And I feel like for some of you, it's going to shock you. For some of you, you're going to realize the things that you were doing were actually harmful to you as opposed to being helpful, right? You're just going to see the ways that you kind of hurt yourself or refused help or refused to try new things or take new approaches, right? You're going to start seeing how your priorities were more harmful than helpful. Okay, with the choice here, you're going to, like I said, start realizing that you have the control and it really is up to you, right? You can see the problem, but what are you going to do about the problem? And then we have growth upside down. Like I said, your advice is to really, really take the time and, like, when you make decisions, make the decisions based on the outcome you want to see in yourself. Does this help me or hurt me? Does doing this, take away my power? Does this stagnate me? Does this keep me from growing? Does this person stagnate me or keep me from growing? Or, look at it from that perspective. How can you grow, right? That's the priority, growth. And I feel like maybe before your priority wasn't growth. Your priority may have been validation or other people's opinions or having, it's going to be different for everybody. But this Mercury retrograde, you're really going to start seeing how you need to be prioritizing growth. But yeah, that's your advice. Your advice is to make decisions based on how does it help you grow. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, Group 2. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye. Hi, Group 3. You have chosen this blue stone. I'm not sure what type of stone this is, but if anybody happens to know, please let me know in the comment section. I got this a long time ago, and just when I got it, I barely was into crystals, and I just didn't think about it. So anyway, let me know, and let's go ahead and shuffle all your cards and get right into the reading. See ya. Right, Group 3. Let me tell you, there is something here. You are going to, this retrograde, I feel like you're going to be, this is a very reflective energy. It's like, it's kind of like reflective, or it's like it's action oriented, but after a period of reflection is what I'm getting. I feel like with the moon here twice, like you got the moon twice in the same position, okay? So what I'm seeing here is that there is something you're going to realize, or it's going to start adding up, right? Something's going to add up. You're going to either something's going to be exposed, or you're going to see something, or somebody's just going to outright tell you something, or you're going to have like hard evidence, but something that was hidden before is going to start making sense. You have retraced your steps here at the bottom of this column here, and so I do feel like there's something that you're going to reflect on in the past that's going to put 2 and 2 together. This is kind of similar to Group 2, so if you were drawn to Group 2, maybe go check it out, but that's kind of similar to Group 2. But yeah, there's something that is in your past, something that either you overlooked, or you didn't see, or you just didn't know was there, right? There's some type of clue. There's something that's going to reveal something, right? Let's start with this column, right? So we have the Emperor, the 8 of Swords, and make it right. I feel like this retrograde, you're going to be gaining clarity on how to gain control of your life, or rather, you're going to gain clarity on the fact that you are in control of your life. I feel like with the 8 of Swords, you were previously in a position that you felt you had no way out of, right? I'm getting a very surrendered kind of vibe here, where you kind of just assumed that there was nothing you could do, right? You assumed that there was nowhere you could go, or that you had to just kind of wait it out, and you felt basically like you were in bondage, or bound to something. You were restricted somehow. But I feel like with make it right underneath, you're finally going to do something about it. It's like with this make it right card, I'm getting a very determined energy, and so I feel like this is about you saying, you know what, no, I'm gonna change it. I'm not gonna wait for something to change. I'm gonna do it, right? This is a very like I'm gonna do it is what I'm getting, right? So you're gonna, this retrograde is pretty much about you taking control, right? Taking back control is what I'm really hearing, because I feel like I said, you gave your power away. It's almost like you assumed that that was what you were supposed to do, and now you're seeing that no, that wasn't what you were supposed to do at all, right? You did, and that's okay. We all make mistakes, but whatever you did, whatever you gave to, whatever you invested in or surrendered to, it was the wrong thing. It was the wrong thing. There was something about it you didn't see, or that you didn't understand. But it's okay, because Over here we have the Seven of Wands and then the Nine of Cups. You're seeing that, hold on, I can be happy. You're saying, hold up, I can be happy, but I don't have to be happy here, right? I can be happy, I can be fulfilled, but I can be fulfilled elsewhere. I can decide where I'm going to be happy. Somebody was probably, I feel like you allowed somebody or some group or something to determine what happiness looked like to you or what fulfillment looked like for you, right? The Eight of Swords to me is also, I'm giving somebody who didn't really speak up, somebody who feels like they can't speak up, kept from speaking or not communicating, like a throat chakra block, probably. But I'm seeing somebody who kind of allowed others to determine what fulfillment looked like. And I'm seeing here in the second column with the Seven of Wands, it's like you're coming into a realization that, hold on, I get to decide. It's my destiny. It's my future. It's like you're taking ownership of your life is what I'm feeling here. And then we have perfect timing at the bottom here, but it's reversed. I feel like this is my favorite part of this whole reading, because you're seeing that there's no such thing as perfect timing. That's up to you. Are you ready? You're not gonna, time is abstract. Time keeps going. Time is infinite. You need to decide what you're going to do. There's never going to be a quote unquote right time. The right time is when action is taken. That's divine timing when you do it. When it happens, that's when it's going to happen. So waiting around for the right time for it to happen is not going to create a perfect timing. Perfect timing is up to you. Do it now or do it later. It's up to you. And I feel like you're really realizing that, like, man, life is not waiting for me to decide. Nobody's going to come and save me and grab my hand and make decisions for me. I'm going to be the emperor. I'm going to turn up. I'm going to be the one that says, go left, go right, one left foot, right foot, jump high, go low. Like, you are in control, right? I'm not sure what this thing that you realized, but with this envy card here at the bottom of the deck, I feel like maybe you experienced some backstabbing, right? Maybe because we have the King of Swords here. Strategy. Ooh, we got a Ten of Swords underneath him. And so I feel like maybe perhaps you are experiencing an ending of some type of relationship. Maybe it's a friendship, romantic partnership. Maybe even you're having conflict with family. But there's this energy here of somebody you felt like you were being held back because somebody was threatened by your potential, or you feel like somebody didn't want you to see your worth, or somebody's best didn't really have the best interest for you, right? Because I do get this hey, can you be quiet? So I feel like you're getting, there's some, hey, can y'all be quiet? Okay. So I do feel like maybe, because I do got this energy of like you getting advice from somebody or somebody being in your ear. So I feel like you're realizing that somebody wasn't giving you the best advice, or somebody didn't have your best interests at heart. And I do get this energy of defensiveness on your end, but also it's like strategic defensiveness. So it's like you feel like you peeped somebody was maybe jealous of you or just didn't want you to grow as much as they felt you could grow. But with this Page of Coins here, I feel like you're and then we have the High Priestess here at the bottom, right underneath that. So I feel like this is really like a learning moment, You're learning how the game works is what I feel, Group 3. I feel like you're learning how, I I don't know. I just feel like you're learning how to be more grounded in yourself. The Page of Coins always makes you think of just like a student, right? And so I feel like you're taking notes here. You're learning to be more observant. You're learning to trust yourself more, right? Let's get one card of advice, and then we're going to end the reading. Okay. What's one card of advice for group 3? Advice for group 3. The Path. Ooh. And then we have a conversation. Remember I was saying there's like a throat chakra block? I feel like with a conversation here, you're learning how to speak up more about your boundaries, what you need, right? This conversation, you're learning how to make your needs known, right? Make your desires known. Be autonomous, right? Starting the conversation. To me, a conversation is also about give and take, right? Learning how to participate in this dialogue that is life. Life is like a dialogue. All of these energies are conversing and reacting off of each other. And so it's kind of like you're learning that you got to put your effort in also. You have to contribute to the direction of your life also, right? And the path here, I feel like this is about you taking control of your path. Ooh, you know what I just noticed? So while this person's on their path, there's like this creature up above. And so I feel like you're learning and you're seeing that there are going to be people who are going to try and deter you from your path. There are people who are going to try and confuse you and disturb your peace, right? They're going to try and disrupt your forward movement here. And see how this person has a light? You're learning how to see on all sides. Yes, you're learning how to see on all sides. You're learning how to use your intuition to see people, and you know what I'm saying? See people who actually are not really good for you. And with this conversation here as well, it's like you're going to be listening more to what people say to you, right? Because people don't lie, right? People think they lying, but people always tell on themselves. That is the truth. People always reveal who they are. You cannot hide, right? So this is you learning really how to see beyond that veil of illusion so that you don't get distracted anymore, right? You're taking responsibility for your elevation, right? For your journey. So anyway, that was supposed to be one card of advice. Your advice is to, I guess, participate. Like I said, use your intuition. Use your intuition and participate with this energetic dialogue, because that is the only way you're going to be able to defend yourself from these energetic vampires and these haters and these trolls and these jealous people and these, you know, that's the only way. You have to be intuitive, and you're learning now. You're seeing that, hold on, I need to be standing in front of my own, I need to be my own line leader, right? You guys in like elementary school, you got to be your own line leader, because if you let these other people that you think support you lead you, they will lead you right into them bushes while they go and collect all your coins. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, group 3. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, group 3.